Welcome, everyone. Let's dive into the world of startups in 2025 and chat about what really makes a business thrive, from the very idea to a robust growth strategy.
Absolutely. It's all about more than just a flash of inspiration. There's a whole suite of factors that need to come together, right?
Exactly. Think about it. Having a great idea is crucial, but it's almost like needing a solid foundation to support a tall building.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. And speaking of foundations, leadership really plays a pivotal role. A strong leader not only makes the decisions, but inspires the team to push forward, even when the market gets a bit rocky.
Yeah, and like a leader with vision can pivot quickly, but even the best ideas can stumble without strategic execution. It's like having all the ingredients for a great meal, but missing the chef's magic touch.
True type of without a competent team, you can't exactly expect miracles. You need everyone rowing in the same direction.
Exactly. And let's talk about that team for a second. Finding the right people who share that same passion is key. It's like you wouldn't build a sports team without star players, would you?
Yeah, no kidding. Picking the right team means not just hiring talent, but really aligning their strengths with the startup's vision. And sometimes that even means, having the tough conversations about moving on if the fit isn't right.
Totally. And that brings us to identifying your niche market. It's about like diving deep into who exactly your product is for. It's not enough to cast a wide net.
Right? You got to know your audience, their habits, preferences, and needs. Interviewing potential customers, like what that US based CEO did with YouTube enthusiasts, really makes a difference.
Yeah, it's like tuning your business radio to the exact frequency where your best customers are listening.
Indeed. And from there, you move to the next critical phase, nailing the product market fit. That's about ensuring your product is not just interesting, but also indispensable, right?
Right. It's all about solving a real problem, which Gene Caballero put it, your solution needs to be like 10 times better than the old fashioned approach to truly resonate.
I like that point, but sometimes I wonder, is that really achievable in all industries? It might be a bit of a stretch for certain niche markets.
That's a fair critique, and yeah, it might be challenging in some cases. But even then, it forces startups to innovate beyond just tweaking an existing solution.
Absolutely. Innovation drives differentiation. Now, speaking of differentiation, networking is another big factor. Building those relationships with customers, influencers, and investors is like absolutely vital.
Oh, yes, it's like building a web of support. Each connection can open doors to opportunities you wouldn't have found otherwise.
Yep. And it's amazing how something as simple as attending meetups or industry events can really propel a startup forward.
Exactly, and networking goes hand in hand with being flexible. One must be willing to pivot the business model when the market shifts. Being stubborn might just get you left behind.
Right, the business landscape is so dynamic now. Flexible models allow you to adapt, like a chameleon navigating through different environments.
It's like if you were too rigid, you'd break under pressure. Then there's the timing aspect. Ever thought about that? Launching at the right moment is crucial.
Yes, absolutely. Remember when YouTube entered the scene just as high speed internet was becoming the norm? That was a game changer.
Yeah, it's all about catching that wave at the perfect moment. Now, let's talk competitors. Keeping a close eye on rivals is non negotiable.
Hmm. Whether they're direct or indirect, understanding your competition is like keeping your friends close and your enemies even closer.
Exactly. It's about strategically monitoring what others are doing so you can always, stay a step ahead.
Right? And then there's funding. Many startups unfortunately fail because they run out of capital. Planning a solid funding strategy is crucial to long term success.
Yes, securing the right investment means not just throwing your idea at potential funders, but building relationships with them long before you need the cash.
And it's about truly understanding what investors are looking for. It's like, you got to have your business plan ironed out so that you can, impress those angels and venture capitalists.
Correct. And speaking of challenges, let's move to crisis response. Even the best run startups can face unexpected hurdles.
Right, and having a crisis plan in place is essential. It's all about mitigating damage quickly and effectively when things don't go as planned.
Exactly. Sort of like having a fire drill plan. When there's an emergency, everyone knows exactly what to do.
Yeah, that's a neat analogy. And finally, we come to growth strategy, the engine that drives long-term success.
Absolutely. Growth needs a well defined focus plan. It's where you use data like social metrics and customer feedback to unlock new opportunities and expand your horizons.
I always picture growth strategy as a roadmap, sometimes winding, sometimes straight, but always leading you to areas you haven't tapped into yet.
Yes, it's about continuously innovating and keeping an eye on emerging trends. And let's not forget, business consulting services can play a key role here.
Right. Consulting services like those offered by Intelligine bring in a wealth of expertise, helping startups navigate technological challenges, digital transformation, and even regulatory landscapes.
Exactly. With 25 years of experience backing them up, these services can really empower startups to build a solid foundation and scale effectively.
And it's interesting how in 2025, the tech aspect is becoming just as essential as the business fundamentals. Mobile apps, web apps, cloud services, AI, they're all interwoven into daily operations now.
Yeah, it's like if you're not on board with these cutting edge tools, you risk falling behind. The success of a startup in today's landscape really depends on how well you integrate traditional business acumen with advanced technology.
Totally agreed. It's a symbiotic relationship between strategy and tech innovation. But correct me if I'm wrong, isn't there a risk of over relying on tech frameworks and losing the human touch?
That's a valid point. While technology gives you that competitive edge, you still need to maintain personal connections with customers and your team. It's all about balance.
Indeed, balance is key. And wrapped up together, these 12 factors, from idea conception to growth and crisis management, paint a pretty vivid picture of what a startup needs to achieve success in 2025.
Absolutely, and it's exciting to think about how these strategies will continue to evolve as markets become even more dynamic. Every factor is like a cog in the machine, working together to drive innovation and growth.
Yeah, it really is a comprehensive approach. And it shows that while a great idea might get you started, the real work is in execution, adaptation, and staying ahead of the curve.
Exactly. So if you're an entrepreneur out there, remember, develop a strong idea, build a competent team, network relentlessly, and always stay flexible. That's the recipe for success.
And with that, we encourage everyone to keep innovating, learn from both successes and setbacks, and build digital excellence together.
Absolutely. Here's to turning visionary startup dreams into solid realities in 2025.